Hi and welcome to Stock Control Management System developed in Excel using VBA. So let me show you guys how this works. You see all of this information here. If I move this down, you can see it's not right here. But let's say we click on to workbook. There we go. You see that, guys. Let's add another one. So let me show you how the whole system works anyway. I'm going to reset, and supposing we have a customer, so our regular customer, we have all their information stored in our system. So let's enter order number this time around. That's the order number, and in here we have, let's say we go for that very product, and that's supposed to be eggs, and the name of this customer, supposing this customer's name is Sammy Johnson. Right, an address of Johnson, let's say, is number 15 Adekunle, let's say Adekunle Street. Alright, PO Box there. And how many of those products do we need? Let's say we're going for 54, and here we want the expired date, and that will be the other date. On sales, yes. Method of payment, let's say, is MasterCard. Account type, let's say, is debit account. Discount, maybe 10%. VAT, yes. And all we need to do is then click on total. There. That is how the system works. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we put one of these very advanced stock control management system together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to the Excel tutorial of stock control management system. Let me start by saving this very project before we can start. Okay, I'm going to save my project in here, and it's going to be called, alright, that would be the name of my project. Click on save. There we go. Stock control management system. Alright, the first thing I like to do is right here, I'm going to enter the following here. So that would be product, let's say product ID. Then on the next column, I'm going to give that product name. And let's speed that up, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, and I'll have all my fields ready on the workbook itself or spreadsheets. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the developer here, click on the developer and select Visual Basic. But if for those of you who are new to VBA programming, all you need to do is to go to File and make sure you select Options. Then in there you need to come to Customize ribbon for you to get your developer menu. This is it. Make sure it's checked and you click on OK, and you should be able to see the menu here. Click on that and select Visual Basic, and this will pop up. Okay, once that is up, all you need to then do is to select Insert User Form right there. That's the user form there. So all we then need to do is to define the size of this form, how we want it. You can always right click and select the properties, and whatever size of the form you intend to use, the choice is yours. Maybe enter it in there. Okay, for the form width, I'm going to define that as 1020, and the height, let's make the height approximately 600. There, that is done. Now let's go straight to the tools there, right here. Click on that, and I'm going to select the frame and draw the frame right here. Okay, that's my frame there. The content on the frame, go to the caption, get rid of that. That's it, done. Okay, the next thing I like to do now is up here. I'm going to get a label there, and on that very label I will enter the following: stock. Let's say stock control management system. Management system. So that's going to be the title, stock control management system. Let's increase the font size to something a little bit readable. So I'm going to make that maybe 36. Just drag that much and take it up. Okay, I can't see the stock. Let's see. Stock. Right. Maybe move this down a little bit more. Alright, that is my title there. I will reposition that and just enhance it anyway. Okay, we're gonna get that centered anyway, so that's fine for now. Alright, the next thing I'd like to do now, let's add another frame here. On this very frame, that's where we have my customer's details. So I'm going to start with the label there. Let's grab a label here. Yeah. The label is going to be called customer ID. And let's increase the size so that you can see it properly. Make that bold, maybe 14. Customer ID. Okay, then we then need copy across, and let's make this order number or order. Yeah, order number is fine. Order number. Then here I'm going to have first name and surname. That will be first name. Then we have surname here. And let's add as follows. I'm going to enter a text box here, and another text box, another one, and one more. So let's speed up the whole process for these very customer details. Okay guys, this is how the interface is looking now. I had to design the whole interface, or else this will take a very long time. So what is left for us to do now is to start with the coding. But just before we start with the coding, let me show you how it's going to look like when we run the program. Okay, this is how it's going to look like. There's nothing happening here, and here we have a sort of like, this is a calendar really. Okay, and it's all created using a button. These are our labels, and this is ComboBox. ComboBox here as well. I've changed the customer to ComboBox, and we have buttons here. ComboBox, ComboBox, and all the way those are our ComboBox as well. Then we have ComboBox here. This is label, 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 label. Here we have TextBox, another label here, label, that's a label as well. So label, 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 TextBox, 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 and TextBox, and these are all labels. So what we need to do now is to start with the coding part of the whole project. If it happens to take more than 20 minutes, I'm going to have to divide it into two separate or three separate videos, because it might take a long time for me to complete the coding. I haven't really made up how I'm going to go about the coding, but let me start with the exit first. So right there we have the exit button. Okay, double click on the exit button itself. There we go. And maybe if you like, you can declare a global variable of exit there. I exit. I'm going to declare that as an integer there. And right here inside exit line of code, I'm going to say I exit equals as follows. So message box, confirm if you want to exit, and close that comma. So I'm now going to enter Visual Basic question there. Then let's say plus VB yes, no. And finally I'm just going to enter the name of my project, stock control management system. There, that is those are the built-in functions that I intend to use. Now we use an if statement. If I exit equals VB yes, then what I would like the application to do is unload me. There we go. And if. So that is my exit taken care of. So if I try the exit, there we go, and confirm if you want to exit. Nope. Let's try it again. Confirm if you want to exit. There we go. The exit is working out as we expected. Okay, now let's take care of one thing first. I would like the system, when it load up, when the form activates, I would like it to populate the product ID, customer ID, and so on. So let's double click on the form, and we need user form activates right there. Drop this down, let's select activate, and right here I'm going to declare a variable dim I, comma dim d as integer, and let's use a for loop for I equals 1 to 5, and let's say CMB product dot, let's see what's the spelling, it's meant to be product ID dot add item, and the item I would like it to add, let's say PID 00, close that, and I. So that is the first I'd like it to add. The second one is going to be, I'm going to copy all of this just to speed up the whole process. Let's enter CMB customer ID dot add item. I think I've already copied it anyway. Let's get rid of that and paste that in there. And that is, this one is going to be CID. Let's put a 1 there. Okay, the next one is going to be CMB, and let's call that order ID dot add item, and in this case is going to be O ID 00, let's say 2, right, and next I. So that's the first one I would like the system to load up for me. And if I run it, this is how what will happen. You see that, guys? Okay, let's see how to get rid of that. That's an error there somewhere. Let's try it again. Okay, that's fine. And let's see the product. That product is fine as well. Okay, let's close that and continue with the form activate. On the form activate, I'm going to enter. Let's create another for loop. So this for loop in this case is going to be for D. So let's change that to D. And it's going to be from 0 to 20. And let's say step 5. Okay. And that will be CMB discount dot add. So the discount we're giving to our customer is going to range from 0, 5, 10, 20 and so on. And what do we want it to add? We want it to add that, and just nest that as well. Next day, if I run that, let's check out the discount. That is the discount, 0, 5, 10, 15 and so on. Alright, I guess you guys get the whole idea. So I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing for my payment, which is right here. Payment method, the VAT, and the account type. So let's go back in here. So for the VAT, account type and so on, we just enter the following. Okay, at form activate, all of these are added to those to those objects. So let's run it. VAT, yes, that will be yes or no. And account type, okay, and this one. Okay, let's see if you guys can see it properly. I may have to find a way to move it up. Alright, that is fine, and it can also be yes. Now the next thing we want to do is, you see this product. If I select this product, I would like it to populate whatever we have in there. Okay, so let's take care of that. That sales as well is fine. So let's come in here now and double click on this very one, double click on that, and right there we need to enter as follows. I may have to speed that up because a couple of lines of codes. There we go. Right, have a good look at that. So if the product ID is selected, happens to be PID001, all of these should be populated with the following information. So that's going to be seed, rice, 200 and so on. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. So we select that. Okay, see. You see what happened? So let's see, why did 1 not work? 1 is not working, 3 works. Let me come back in here. Okay, I really can't find what's wrong. I've just moved that in. Okay, product ID. Okay, 1, and this one, let's change this around. I want it to be, move this here and this here, and let's run it and see what's going to happen. So select number 1, there we go. All right, and it also gave up the price. That is fine. Okay, then that's good. All right, let's have a look at the reset button. So I'm going to exit out of the system, but the problem with the reset is there's a lot of object to reset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group them all together using a for loop. But first of all, let's say dim C controls, let's just call it control as control. All right, so C control is for each C control, for each C control in me dot control, me dot controls, if C control dot name is like, let's say LBL, then C control equals VB let's clear the string, and in here let's say next. So let's try this out and see what's going to happen. So I'm going to run it. This is for LBL. Run it now and select anything here. So let's check this out. So that is not working. Let's come back in here and see. I said LBL. Let's go back in there. Okay, I'm missing a star. Yeah, that is it. So let's run it now and see again. If I enter any value in there, reset, there we go. You see that? So I need to be able to repeat the same thing for TextBox, because if I click on this, I can only clear the labels. So let's come into the reset and just copy all of this. I'm going to repeat it for TextBox, and let's say this is ComboBox as well. ComboBox, and this one will be whatever is TXT. Let's see, hopefully that should work fine. Alright, let's run it now. There, that's for ComboBox, and this is for this. And let's enter some data in here. An address, Godson. Okay, let's check. Let's just check it out if it's going to work the way we want. And if it does, that would be great. Try this out as well. And reset. There we go. It's all working how I want. That is fine. Okay, that's good. That's the reset button, because without that it's going to take me a couple of lines of code. So have a good look at that very line of code for the reset. There we go. That's the reset button. That's good. And here, let's bring this up so that you can see it. These are the lines of code for the CMA product ID. Let's take it down so that you can see the rest there. And here, these are the lines of code for the form activate up to here. There. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. So I'll see you guys shortly.